Hello friends, welcome to Officers IAS Academy. This is Velmurugan. I'll explain about the Finance Commission in the current era. Finance Commission is having a great amount of impact in the recent current issues. The reason is that the Finance Commission is having a change in the terms of reference with respect to the 15th Finance Commission. Therefore, we will start from the genesis. What do you mean by Finance Commission? Roles, responsibility, functions as such. Initially speaking, the term Finance Commission is being regarded as a constitutional body in Indian Constitution. And you all know any body which is having a mention in the Constitution will be called as a constitutional body. If the body is being created by an act of Parliament, it will be called as statutory body. Therefore, the Finance Commission is being regarded as a constitutional body, and Article 280, that is 280, is dealing with respect to the Finance Commission. Finance Commission is being constituted by the President of India every 5 years once. And now, right from the independence, that is in the year 1951 onwards, till the present year, almost 15 Finance Commissions were constituted. Starting from the first Finance Commission Chairman K.C. Niyogi, now we have the 15th Finance Commission Chairman N.K. Singh. So, Finance Commissions are generally constituted by the President for performing certain tasks. And what is the constitutional act or the constitutional articles dealing with these provisions? If you start with the Article 270 deals with sharing of the central taxes, and 275 deals with the grant in aid, how to distribute the grant in aid, and 280 deals about the effective functions and effective meaning of the Finance Commission, and 281 deals with the reports of the Finance Commission. So, in general, these are the important articles which we should remember. Prior to the year 2000, the distribution of the central taxes were limited to few headings. Only the income tax and other limited tax will be shared with the state government. However, after the 80th Amendment Act of 2000 and 88th Amendment Act of 2003, the devolution of fund from the center to the state had a sea change difference. So, after these two, 80th and 88th Amendment, the distribution of the revenues were for large number of taxes. Now, why the Finance Commission is being constituted? Generally, the states will be having some amount of differences in terms of revenue. Therefore, the vertical mobility or the vertical differences between different states and then the horizontal differences between each heading of expenditure needs to be addressed. And for this purpose, we used to go for the Finance Commission. And then this Finance Commission is being constituted by President of India, wherein which it shall have one chairperson and 4 members. The chairperson of the Finance Commission shall be an expert in public affairs. Number 2, public affairs is a too vague term. Therefore, any individual who is an expert in public affairs can be made as the chairman. Then we have 4 members in the Finance Commission. So, all the 4 members one by one should fulfill some condition. For example, one member should be an experienced person in the government finance and accounts. One member should be experienced in the financial administration of India. One member should be qualified to become High Court judge, and one member should be an expert in economics. Therefore, these 4 are the qualifications for each member. And for chairperson, as discussed earlier, he should be an expert in public affairs. With this 5 member, one chairperson and 4 members, this 5 members put together will decide on the sharing of revenue from the center to the state. In today's scenario, there is an issue going on with respect to the 15th Finance Commission. Generally, they follow certain parameters for distribution of taxes. It was based on 1971 census in the 14th Finance Commission. Now, they have shifted to 2011 census. Here, the terms of reference for 2011 is not acceptable. For the simple reason, many states have spent a huge amount of money on population control. Therefore, when they declare that the amount will be granted to the state based on population, it will act like a negative factor wherein which all money which has been spent for a population control will become meaningless. States like Uttar Pradesh, which is having nearly 20 crore population, will get huge amount, but states like Tamil Nadu, which is having only 8 crore, will be getting less amount. However, Tamil Nadu government has spent a huge amount of money on the population control. But now this yardstick of 2011 census by overcoming the 1971 census becomes a bone of contention in today's scenario. Other than that, what becomes the general function of Finance Commission? First is that they will tell the percentage of money that shall be distributed from the central government to the state government. So, distribution of taxes from the center to the state, that will be devised by this Finance Commission. Number 2, they will tell the method in which how grant in aid can be distributed from the center to the state. Number 3, though Finance Commission is a body which is having all India impact, they have some type of suggestion even for the state government. We think that the Finance Commission will do only for the central government, but in reality they deal even with the state governments. For instance, they will suggest measures for the state so that they can augment their consolidated fund of state so that the revenue can be shared to the local government called as panchayat and municipality. So, sharing of revenue from the state will be made on continuous basis when the Finance Commission recommendations are being followed. In addition to that, any other function as said by the President, the Finance Commission members are expected to perform. However, the beauty is that the recommendations of Finance Commission are not binding on the government. So, whatever recommendations they make to the entire pan India, there is no need for the parliamentarian to accept the recommendation. Therefore, the recommendations are only advisory in nature. From prelims point of view, we should know the qualification of members, how members are being appointed, what is their tenure, who decides the service condition. From mains perspective, we should know the terms of reference. And always in this area, the terms of reference given by the government will become a handy tool for the examiners to frame the question. Therefore, the dimensions of Finance Commission, its impact in today's scenario, and what are the various parameters used for distribution of income, it is discussed in the class. Thank you.